Hello everybody, what is up? My name is Kexaro and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be the best Zim Rainbow Six Siege settings for 2020. Now the last time I made this video was February 2019. The settings were alright, but when I tell you guys, these settings that I have right now will blow your mind. They will blow your mind, man. So the pinned comment down below will have the video set up and split up into different sections, so you can skip directly to the point in the part of the video that you want to know. So I'm gonna be going over my in-game settings, my mouse settings, my equipment, my Zim settings, and that's it, guys. I'm gonna be giving you guys every single thing that I do to make my settings exactly how I want them. All right, if you guys are ready, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. What we're gonna do is we're gonna roll the intro and we're gonna get right into this video. I'll catch you guys. Let's go. All right, everybody, so as you can see right here, we are in Siege on PS4. Now before I even show you my in-game settings, we're gonna take away this and we're gonna go over to my mouse settings, which is the main part, the main thing, you feel me? So we're gonna drag it over here, and here we are. I use the Glorious Model O. That is my mouse. I love this mouse. It works perfectly for me. It's light and it's very cool. So if you guys want to get the Glorious Model O for yourself, I'm gonna leave a link for it in the description down below. I'm also gonna be leaving a link to the keyboard that I use down below. Now these are going to be affiliate links, so they do help and support my channel. So if you would like to use it, it would help me greatly. I'm also going to be making a dedicated video to the best mouse and keyboards to use with the Zim, and that's coming very soon. But anyways, the Zim itself is a hot topic in the community, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But another thing that's a hot topic in this community is the best settings for it. Now everybody says that 2000 DPI is good, maybe 1200 DPI is good, maybe 4000 DPI is good, maybe 10,000 DPI is good. It's all personal preference. So this video itself is a template for you. You can follow my instructions, you can base your stuff after my stuff, or you can just watch the video and scoff at me. I don't care. Okay, I'm here to help you guys. So if you guys want to get that help, let's keep going. So I use 10,000 DPI right here. I use 10,000. It works for me. It may not work for you. Now with your mouse, you want to make sure your mouse has onboard memory. So every time you unplug it and plug it back into the Zim, it keeps your settings saved. So like I said before, I use 10,000 DPI and my mouse polling rate is at 1000 Hertz. 1000 Hertz is the top. That's the best of the best. So if your mouse can use 10,000, if your mouse can use 1000 Hertz, I suggest putting it on 1000 Hertz. Now you can also edit the different keys and everything, but I don't do that. I left everything stock as is, and I'll show you guys what I have my mouse as when we get into the Zim application itself. But that is it for my mouse. I use 10,000 DPI, 1000 Hertz, and let's get into the game itself. Now for my in-game settings, we're gonna go over to options. I'm gonna scroll through everything really quick and just give you guys everything that I have set up the way it is. So squad privacy is invite, matchmaking, hostage off, secure area off. I play bomb. There's a lot of enemies that spawn, which of course helps my aim. So all this stuff, you can just copy all this. I usually play on house. It's familiar to me, even though they changed it. Interface, you can look at all this if you want to. If not, it is what it is. Now ping I have on, display game I have on, cycle inside camera groups I have off, and drone after prep is automatic. Now on my audio, I use English subtitles are off, master volume is at 100, music is 54, dialogue is at 100, and my dynamic range is at hi-fi. I sometimes switch between hi-fi and night mode, but hi-fi has been working really well for me, so we're gonna keep it at that for now. Moving on to the next video, I have my brightness at 75 and I have VSync off. Usually VSync is on. Personally, I feel like when you're playing on console, you definitely do want to have your VSync off, because I have had situations where this has messed me up drastically. Moving on, my controls, you want to make sure that your vertical sensitivity is at 100 and your horizontal sensitivity is also at 100. When you're using the Zim, your in-game settings have to be maxed out. Now my left stick dead zone is at 10, my right stick is at 10, controller rotation is at classic, aim assist is disabled, and aim down sights is also at 100. Make sure your aim down sights is also at 100. I've had people say that it's messed up for them and they had this at 50 or whatever the default is. Make sure it's at 100 as well. Going on, gadget deployment is on standard, drone deployment is on advanced, and that is it. That's all the basic settings for in-game. Now what we're going to do is we are going to hop into a terrorist hunt game, and I'm going to show you guys my in-game settings themselves. Let's go. All right, guys, so now that we are in the Zim app, I'm going to show you guys all of my settings, run through what each function does, and then we're going to end the video off. All right, before we keep going, I'm also going to be leaving my mouse pad and my Belkin Easy transfer cable down below. These are the things I use, and like I said before, these are going to be affiliate links, so they do help support me, but it is not an extra charge to you guys. All right, let's keep going. First off, when you're starting off, there are two different versions you can pick for your Rainbow Six Siege configuration. I use the classic version, so if you want to copy my settings exactly, then use the classic version. Now by clicking the three dots on the bottom, there's some extra information. Just make sure you guys copy this exactly. All right, now moving on to the hip. My hip is currently sitting at 62 on default. My smoothing is at 5, ratio is on 1, and my steady aim is on 1.7. I use the ballistics editor. Some people do find it helpful. I just think it's really complicated, and with different RNG for different guns in this game, it really doesn't matter because the ballistic is not going to be the same for every gun. Some move vertically, some move horizontally with the recoil patterns. None are the same, so you cannot really use a ballistic in this game. Moving on, my WASD is of course WASD. My walk button is B and it's on 60%. Moving on, my left mouse button is fire. My right mouse button is aim down sight. The forward button on the front of my mouse is melee, and the back one is throw gadgets. So flashbangs, all those things. C is vault for me, and I have my crouch at space. And the reason I do this is because my finger naturally rests on the space bar, so it's kind of easier to spam just a little bit. Moving on, my reload is on R. When I want to change my weapons, I scroll down on the weapon wheel. My fire mode is F, and it's right next to D, so I can just tap it. And if I want to go to single fire, anything like that, I just tap F really quick, and it's very simple. Moving on, my observe tool is number 2. So if I have a drone out, we press 1 to thought my drone, we press 2 to go on my drone, and we press spacebar to leave that entire thing. Very simple, very easy to get to use. Now my ping is left control, and my game menu is the equal key. So if I ever want to check anything, I just click equal, and if I want to check the game, I just click tab and see who's in the game or anything like that. And ping, like I said before, is left control. It's right next to where my finger rests for the shift for sprint, so I could just sprint and then ping very fast. It's very easy, very simple. Moving on to my ADS, my activation key is right. I have no delay. I do have a smooth aim transition. Now my aim is going to be 44 on default with 2 smoothing, 1 YX ratio, and also a 1.7 steady aim. There is no boost as well. Now my WASD is my movement. My walk key is also B. Continuing on, there are a few differences between my aim down sight and my hip. The main difference being that you want to change your melee to E and you want to change your sprint to Q. So this means when you press down the activation key, and the activation key is on the top, my activation key is pressing down the right mouse button. So when I press the right mouse button, that means I aim down sight. And if you guys know, on console, when you aim down sight, you press the 2 thumbsticks to lean left and right. So I put that to E and Q, which is how it is on PC. So if I press E and Q regularly, nothing happens because it's not a single command. But when I press it down on the right mouse button, I can now lean, and it's very effective. Some people like it on the mouse buttons. Like I said before, the Zim is all personal preference. So I like it on E and Q. It's right there. It's the way it is on PC, and I've just grown accustomed to it. Moving on, I'm pretty sure that is the only difference between my hip and ADS. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing. So I'm gonna go out, we're gonna save it, and I'm gonna show you guys how to make your configuration if you guys don't even know how to make one. You're gonna go over to new configuration, go over to the game you're playing, and you have the choice between classic and updated. Like I said before, mine is classic. I would suggest using classic. And last but not least, if you never opened the app before, you don't know what the hell is going on, you're gonna go over to global settings. Make sure you enable expert configuration. I get a lot of videos, I get a lot of comments asking me, hey, I don't have this on my video, I don't have this in my software, how can I do this? Make sure you enable expert configuration, and like you see right here, my response rate is at 1000 hertz. As long as your mouse polling rate and your response rate in the app matches, you should be fine. So I'm going to be leaving a clip at the end of the video of me clutching or whatever, just using these settings. These settings are so nice to me, man. I love them. It's taken a lot of time for me to get them perfected, but I feel like finally I know what I'm doing in this game, man. I finally feel like I know what I'm doing. I'm still not used to the new map, so don't judge me. But these settings are so comfortable, guys. This is the most PC-like settings I have ever had. I'm not gonna lie. These things feel incredible. Now, like I said, hi-fi is a good setting. Some people prefer night mode. Both of them, like I said before, with Siege, it's all personal preference, man. It's all personal preference. That's what's so beautiful about the Zim. The community together over different things, but we know that together we can do anything. But if you guys did enjoy this video and if it did help you out, do not hesitate to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm gonna be making a bunch of Siege content very soon, and a bunch of other content. I do playthroughs, I do vlogs, I do a bunch of content, guys. I'm not only a Siege YouTuber, not only a Zim YouTuber. So check out my streams, subscribe like I said before, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But these settings, guys, they're amazing, man. Once you learn your recoil pattern, and once you start learning how to once you start learning how to use your mouse and get used to mouse and keyboard, you'll be killing people like so easily. So I do stream, so if you like to see me stream, then tune in. But that is it for this video. Like I said before, I'm gonna leave a little bit of some clips, but that's it for now, guys.